to my story.
Nice to meet you, Hatter.
There was once a great land, and in that land were great tall buildings, like giant mountains, high, they were called skyscrapers. They reached far into the fucking sky, bigger than any man, bigger than anything you've ever seen. And in this city, they had roads that led to somewhere, houses with numbers, people, families with names, traditions, money, things they wasted, things that they took for granted and destroyed. This world was once great, and this is all that is left. When it fell, it came to a screaming death in fire and bombs and disease and famine and death. A young lady by the name of MAlice. And where was Miss MAlice? She was in her house reading a book. There are no books anymore. We tell stories. Miss MAlice was reading a book and got knocked to the ground and got knocked out. When she awoke, it was sometime later. Who knows how fucking long it was? Fuck clocks! Very fucking late! There are no fucking clocks! She awoke and she saw a rabbit rustling through her shit. And she decided to chase the rabbit, and the rabbit ran away. And she followed it into an old ruins of a city, like a jungle. The trees had grown up, the mushrooms had grown tall, everything was big, nature had reclaimed it.
That's a tree!
Fuck you, that's what a tree is! I will not have any questions. And she, upon that tree, saw a caterpillar, and the caterpillar was smoking a fucking gasoline pipe. Who are you and where are you going?
Crazy.
Miss MAlice said, I don't know. Well, if you don't know where you're going, any road will take you there.
Right.
She followed along, and she saw the rabbit again, and she ran. She ran after the rabbit, and eventually she ran into a cat. And the cat asked, where are you? Where are you from? Where are you going? She said, I don't know. The cat said, maybe you're here for the battle of the Jabberwocky, the tournament, where people die. She followed the cat to a party, to a tea party just like this one. And there was a crazy man in a fucking hat, and rabbits, and fucking mice. That's some crazy fucking shit. And she saw the rabbit again, and she followed it, and she followed the cat, and she ended up in this giant arena, much like the Thunderdome. She was surrounded by a giant court with kings and queens and lots of other goofy radiation mutated animals, fucking giant rabbits and giant mice and talking dogs and all kinds of crazy shit. And they had a court trial, and they convicted somebody, and they told them, you are the knife, you will fight the Jabberwocky. The knife went to fight the Jabberwocky, and the white knight went to fight the Jabberwocky. And they called out Miss MAlice, she was a stranger. They don't like strangers. We don't like people we don't know. And they called her into the fight, and the fight happened. The Jabberwocky ate the knife almost instantly. He died. He got his head fucking spit off. He was fucking swallowed whole after that. And Miss MAlice was given the vorpal blade, the only thing that can kill the Jabberwocky. And the white knight distracted the Jabberwocky just long enough. And Miss MAlice took off its fucking head. And I tell you this story so that it may live on, so that other stories may live on. I tell you these stories because they ruined that great land, and we became all that is left. Wonderland is dead. good.